Broken rice is one of those dishes that is made of many components. At first, it may seem intimidating, but once you understand it, it's the kind of meal that you'll want to make for your family and the people you care about. Over the past month, I've been eating my way through some of the best broken rice restaurants in Saigon, talking with friends and the many different vendors, taking in as much as I could so that I could bring everything that I've learned back into this kitchen and share it with you. In this video, I will walk you through how to make the different elements from the marinade to the sauce so you could confidently make broken rice at home. So with that being said, let's get cooking. One of the main components of broken rice is the grilled pork. Traditionally, pork chop is used, but for this video, I'm using pork jowl. It's more forgiving, stays moist, and I personally prefer the texture. Before marinating, lightly puncture the surface of the pork. This helps the meat absorb the seasoning more evenly. To build the marinade, blend garlic and shallot with water to create an aromatic liquid. Strain it through a fine sieve and discard the solids. Any leftover pulp can burn during the grilling process. In a mixing bowl, combine condensed milk, honey, oyster sauce, fish sauce, sugar, salt, MSG, 5-spice powder, annatto oil, and the strained aromatic liquid. Mix well, then massage the marinade into the pork until every piece is fully coated. Transfer the pork to a Ziploc bag and refrigerate for 4 to 5 hours or until you're ready to cook. Along with the grilled pork, the star of broken rice is the fish sauce. Unlike dipping sauces, Cơm Tấm fish sauce is thicker. It's meant to soak into the rice. This process takes about 40 to 50 minutes. In an 8-inch saucepan, combine water, sugar, and a few pieces of pineapple and bring to a gentle simmer, and never a rolling boil. Let it simmer for 20 minutes, remove the pineapple, and continue reducing for another 20 minutes. Add the fish sauce, MSG, and simmer for another 5 minutes. Then remove it from the heat, pass it through a fine mesh strainer, then season with salt to taste. As it cools, the sauce will continue to thicken. You can refrigerate it or chill it over an ice bath if you're short on time. Once cooled, add the garlic and chilies. A rough chop helps them float, so lay them on a paper towel to remove excess moisture before stirring them in. Pickled carrot and daikon is something you can prepare in advance and keep in the fridge, ready to use when needed. The acidity cuts through the richness of the pork, while the crunch adds another layer of texture to the plate. To make the pickling brine, combine water, sugar, and salt in a small pot. Gently warm over low heat, stirring just until the sugar dissolves. Let the brine cool completely before adding distilled vinegar. For the vegetables, you can use any cut you like, but a julienne is most common for broken rice. Add the carrot and daikon to a mixing bowl, sprinkle with 2% sea salt based on their total weight, and mix well. Let it sit for 20 to 30 minutes, then rinse under running water using a cheesecloth or a clean kitchen towel. Wring out as much excess moisture as possible. Spread the vegetable out and let them air dry for 5 to 10 minutes. This helps the brine cling better and keeps the pickles crisp. Transfer the carrot and daikon to a jar, pour over the pickling brine, and refrigerate until chilled. This is one of my personal favorites. I could eat this with rice on its own and be perfectly happy. The steamed egg meatloaf is essential to a plate of broken rice. The texture should be tender and cohesive. Start by rehydrating the cellophane noodles in warm water until softened, about 15 to 20 minutes. In a mixing bowl, combine ground pork with salt, sugar, black pepper, MSG, fish sauce, garlic, shallots, and tapioca starch. Mix well, then set aside. Roughly chop the softened noodles and wood ear mushrooms, then fold them into the pork mixture. Add the eggs and mix just until everything is evenly incorporated. Place a pan of warm water in the oven to help create steam and keeps the meatloaf from drying out. Transfer the mixture to a parchment-lined pan and bake in a 400-degree Fahrenheit oven for about 40 minutes. Once cooked, Brush the surface with egg yolk mixed with annatto oil, then return it to the oven for another 5 to 10 minutes, just until the top is set and lightly glossy. There's an art to making pork cracklings. It's an essential component of broken rice, adding aroma, richness, and texture, and it takes patience to get it right. Start by cleaning the pork fat with ginger, salt, and a touch of vinegar. Then simmer it briefly for about 5 minutes. This step helps remove impurities and any strong odors. Cut the pork fat into half-inch cubes. Keeping the pieces uniform ensures they cook evenly. Transfer the fat into a pan over low heat with a small amount of water. Gently warm it to slowly render the fat. Now this is where patience matters. Rush this and the cracklings will burn before they ever crisp. As the fat finishes rendering, add crushed garlic, shallot, and just a touch of fish sauce to build aroma. Once the crackling turns golden and crisp, strain them and reserve the rendered fat. This lard will be used again later. To give the cracklings extra crunch, flash fry them for a few seconds in hot oil, then drain and set aside. Scallion oil plays an important part in broken rice. Start by heating a mixture of neutral oil and a small amount of rendered pork fat from earlier. Add minced garlic and cook gently until fragrant. Add the white part of the scallions and cook for about a minute. Then add the green scallion and immediately turn off the heat. The residual heat is enough to soften them while keeping their colors vibrant. Finish with a touch of sugar and salt, stir to combine, then transfer to a separate bowl. The julienne pork skin. These julienne pork skin could be store-bought. Making it from scratch is labor-intensive and isn't worth the effort. In a bowl, combine the pork skin along with a touch of fish sauce, sugar, roasted rice powder, a touch of white pepper, mix until it's well incorporated, and set aside. When you're cooking broken rice, the water ratio is lower than regular jasmine rice. You're not looking for something soft or sticky here. The texture should be slightly drier with each grain separated and never clumped together. Rinse the rice 2 to 3 times. The water doesn't need to run completely clear. Then let the rice drain for about 10 minutes. This helps control excess moisture before cooking. After that, it goes straight into a rice cooker. Add just enough water to hydrate the rice. Cook it until it's done, and that's it. This next component adds a layer of freshness to the dish. Chilled cucumber and sliced tomatoes. After all the richness, this is what brings balance. When you're ready to grill, it's important to set up 2 different temperature zones. One side of the grill should be hot for finishing and building char. The other should be lower heat so the meat can cook through gently. Once the charcoal is ready, transfer the marinade to a separate bowl. Place the pork jowl on the cooler side of the grill. Cook for about a minute, then flip and continue cooking for another minute with the grill lid closed. After each flip, brush the surface lightly with the marinade. When the internal temperature reaches around 140 to 145 degrees Fahrenheit, move the pork to the hotter side of the grill and finish it there. This is where you develop that deep charred color without overcooking the meat. Okay, now this last component isn't essential to broken rice, but if you have the time, it's worth doing. To do this safely, heat a pan of oil to about 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Carefully pour the egg whites first and let it set. Once it firms up, poke a small hole in the center and gently drop the yolk in. Let it cook just long enough for the yolk to hold, then remove it from the oil and set aside. Now that every component is ready, it's time to plate and assemble. Start with the broken rice placed slightly off to the side, then add the steamed egg meatloaf, the julienne pork skin, sliced tomato and chilled cucumber, and the pickled carrot and daikon. Next comes the grilled pork jowl, followed by the fried egg. Finish with scallion oil and a generous sprinkle of pork cracklings. And there you have it, a complete plate of Vietnamese broken rice. I hope this video serves as a reference point for when you make broken rice at home for the ones you care about. I know it sounds like a lot, but just like my friend Kai said, the more that you practice, the more you'll get better. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.